Hey, what's going on, fam? Your main man is back. I officially just getting back from vacation. I was chilling. I said, this is what I like to do. I like to wait till the week is done. Like, if I'm not able to get to you guys the day after, I like to wait, give it a whole week, sit on everything, let my thoughts ramble, whatever I'm gonna try to talk to y'all about, and then give you my honest thoughts on everything from Raw, Smackdown, Dynamite, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So, Raw, I'm gonna give Triple H props. Raw actually was solid. There was some stupid stuff on the show as always, because that's what pro wrestling is. You're never gonna get a perfect show. As much as we, as pro wrestling fans, want a perfect show, we're never gonna get it. SmackDown, I don't even need to talk about it. I'm gonna go in on it, but I don't even need really to talk about it because SmackDown was booty. Dynamite was decent. It's just some things that Tony Khan just gonna have to clean up. I didn't watch Collision. I just wanted to see the result of who won the matchup between House of Black and Bullet Club Gold to face Christian and the Patriarch at All In. That was the main reason to tune into the show. I didn't bother. But we're going to get to all of that. I'm going to get my thoughts on everything, how I'm feeling going into All In and All Out, because what Tony Khan should be doing, he should be teasing both pay-per-views. You don't just be... Listen, when you got two pay-per-views back-to-back, you have to fix it up where All In is part one, All Out is part two. It's the continuation factor that you decided to having two pay-per-views going back-to-back. But let's talk about WWE on the side of things. Monday Night Raw, like I said, decent. Got a lot of storylines going on. The biggest thing coming out of Raw, obviously, is Judgment Joke 2.0. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, they're babyfaces. They are officially babyfaces. Now here's the problem: it's 2 versus the 5 of them. So they need 3 others to officially join in with them to help them out. Because as of right now, just the 2 of them are not going to be able to deal with those 5. They're just not. Seth Rollins, Big Bronson Reed. This is Bronson Reed's final opportunity to get over. Seth Rollins did him a solid job. He literally injured a man for real. Seth Rollins ain't gonna be on TV for the next 2 weeks. We won't see Seth Rollins till the end of the month, till it's time to go to Bash of Berlin, because I guarantee you we're getting a matchup at Bash of Berlin. But we won't see Seth for a long time. Like I said, guaranteed 2 weeks. You won't see him tonight, and you won't see him next week. You won't see him probably for 3 weeks. But this is Bronson Reed's final opportunity. This is it. Bronson Reed can't get over after this. I don't know what we're doing. I genuinely don't know. This matchup right here is a decent matchup. But again, ladies and gentlemen, who looks like a joke right here? It's like I can't really get invested because there's really nothing to beef over. You just... because they spooking him. And so, no. The story should have been he had the money in the... It was like this. It was his moment. It was his achievement. He's about to get the briefcase. And then Uncle Howdy comes out of nowhere and screws him. This would make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Because guess what? They got the victory. Now these guys all look like losers. I'm like, how the clown am I supposed to be invested in another group that this man has put together and they lose all the time? It just makes no sense. This is what I said, man. He not being the guy to take down Gunther at WrestleMania just messed up everything. It genuinely messed up everything. I'm trying to tell y'all. He messed up. He messed up with Chad Gable. Yes, I know Chad re-signed and everything, but I'm like, I genuinely, like, I know everybody was going nuts and saying this was great. I'm like, it was, the match was fine. It wasn't nothing wrong with the match. The match was good. All 3 of these clowns look like clowns. They look good in the ring. Eric Rollins, Dexter Lumis, and Joey Gacy. They all look great in the ring. Every single one of it. I said Rollins. Eric Rowan. They all look good against the Creed brothers and Chad Gable. It wasn't a bad match. And then you got Uncle Howdy and Nikki sitting out there looking extremely silly, just laughing all day. It would have been perfect. He's sitting up there laughing, causing the distraction, holding up the briefcase, laughing at him. It would have been perfect. Everything, this story would make so much more sense. I don't give a dang about it. I'm genuinely trying to tell y'all right now. I genuinely don't care nothing about it. It's not going anywhere because guess what? They won. What's next? I'm genuinely asking the question. What's next? They done. These three are finished. These three are done. I don't know what's next. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. What else happened that was important? Yeah, like I said, I talked about all this. Dominique, Liv, all of them, they came pulled up together, cut a promo about why they got rid of the trash. The trash was real. The trash was Damian Priest. And now they're the new Judgment Day and all this crap. I'm like, all right, cool. Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker pulled up. You know the script. Ludwig Kaiser came back. Now, Gunther was out there running his mouth, talking about why he did what he was supposed to do. He took care of the business. He took care of the quote-unquote street trash. Yeah, you took care of the street trash when you had help from the clown who you were calling street trash. That was Finn Balor. You were calling Finn Balor street trash. That street trash helped you beat the so-called street trash Damian Priest. So you out here running your mouth. You know you got your tail kicked at Summer Joke. You got your behind beat down. But you sitting up here with a suit on, rambling, talking about absolutely nothing. So then, like I said, we got the matchup. We got Ludwig Kaiser versus Sheamus. And Sheamus won. And after the match, what's his name? Pete Dunne came out there trying to call some foolishness and all this crap. I'm like, it is what it is on that. But I'm like, if I'm Gunther, I'm like, why am I still hanging out with this loser? This dude just came back just to lose again. Don't make no sense to me. It genuinely don't make any type of sense. But again, this is WWE we're talking about. Yeah, so I forgot about that. Yeah, as Gunther was talking, and like I said, as of right now, I guess Dragunov is not 100%. He's not cleared. So Randy Orton has officially been traded to Monday Night Raw out of nowhere. Officially got traded, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the draft don't make sense. It don't make no sense whatsoever. So that stupid stuff they were teasing about Randy Orton going after Cody, it don't make no sense now. Doesn't make sense. The only way that's gonna make sense is somehow, some way, Orton somehow win the Royal Rumble. That's the only way that's gonna make sense. As of right now, it don't make sense at all. But he's been traded back to Monday Night Raw. He's on Raw, and he's going after Gunther at Bash at Berlin. And he said, well, when we went against each other at King of the Ring, the reason why you were able to beat me is because I wasn't 100%. Now I'm 100%. I'm going to beat you, and I'm going to win the championship. No, he ain't. That's the guarantee that Gunther is going over. Hopefully this matchup is a little bit better because Orton was not 100%. He was dragging that leg the whole time. Gunther tried his best to carry him. Let's see if this match is better. Let's just see. Gunther needs to go on a tear where he wins by himself. He does not need help. He does not. He genuinely don't. Because the fact that he needed Finn Balor to beat Damian Priest, that's just sad on his end. Yeah, I just talked about the Ludwig Kaiser Shane. We just talked about all that. We got a wide video. This time it was Dexter. Was it Chad Gable? Yeah, no. It was Joey Gacy. Joey Gacy, weird video. I'm like I said, they dropping these videos, and I'm like, I'm sitting here just asking myself, are they just terrorizing the locker room for what? For who knows what? I genuinely don't know. It's like I'm watching this right now, and I'm sitting up and asking myself, what's going on? Like, why should we care? Damian Priest cut a promo on Finn Balor, said he gonna whoop that fool tail when he see him. Talk about all this whole time you was just jealous. You was jealous of the fact that I did something that you weren't able to do. I beat Seth Rollins. If this is what this is all about, the fact that I held the World Heavyweight Championship, you've been holding this grudge for this long, you've been beefing with me this long, I thought we were homeboys. Like I said, that next time I see you behind, I'm going to whip your tail. So he gave up a match tonight. He told him to go against JD McDonuts or whatever. So that was his matchup. We got the girls. We got Bronson Reed that pulled up to Adam Pearce, said he's tired of waiting. It's time for him to start taking full control. And Adam Pearce is going to have to start demanding him that he start doing some stuff. And Adam Pearce said, look, you're going to get your time. He said, look, I'm going to take matters into my own hands, which he did. He sure did take matters in his own hands. We had Lyra Valkyria versus Shayna Baszler. Like I said, they trying to keep this ongoing beef. They wrestling each other every week. I tell you what Monday Night Raw stands for. Rematches always weekly. That's basically what's going on with that. Lyra wins because of disqualification. Sonya Deville and Zoe Starks come in, start to beat the brakes off of them. Then Damaged Goods, aka Damage Control, are faces now. They come out to help Lyra out, and that's that. So we got CM Punk backstage, and he can't wait to get out here and talk. So then we got the Creed brothers. Ivy Neal finally pulled up. Now Ivy Neal ain't turned heel yet. She has not turned heel. She's still tight with Maxine Dupree, and that's when Chad Gable pulled up and said, "What are you doing hanging out with this loser? I told you, we left this trash in the back. They're no longer with us. Ivy Neal, let's go." And Ivy Neal looked like she did not want to be split up from a road girl, Maxine Dupree. That's basically what that was. So I guess Ivy Neal is officially going heel now. She hasn't turned yet, but I guess that's where they're trying to go. And I guess she going to be beefing with Maxine. I guess that's where we're going next. So we got CM Punk running around here smiling. Now, you would think this fool would be distraught because he quote-unquote screw cost himself. He talked about it's good to be back in Baltimore. Talk about this is where I made my debut or something. He said something like that. Like I should be very upset, but I'm not. I'm happy and all this stuff. And then that's when Seth Rollins come out. Seth Rollins came out there looking like a real pro wrestler for a doggone change. He came out there wearing Hangman's doggone coat. You know that coat, that jacket that Hangman wears with the little lines that be hanging off of it. He looked like he stole the jacket straight off of Hangman's back. I'm not playing with you. Come out there, wasn't clowning. He looked at CM Punk like he was ready to beat the brakes off of him. I said, man, he came out there. So then these two going back and forth. He said, man, when are you going to learn? It's not about you. You think everything revolves around you, CM Punk. The world does not revolve around you. It doesn't. Next thing you know, here comes Drew McIntyre talking about, fellas, hey, let me get some. Look, we did work together. I thank you, Seth Rollins, because you and me made CM Punk's life a living hell. We did great. Hey, look, all I care about is making CM Punk look bad. That's what you care about too. So let me come out here. Let me start rattling off. So the two of them, they ain't even caring what Drew McIntyre talking about. These two are just sitting up here looking at each other like they're ready to beat the brakes off each other. So I'm guessing we gonna run back Drew and CM Punk, and he showed them the doggone bracelet because that's what the whole storyline then turned into. It's about that doggone bracelet. Now there's a lot of clowns that speculated that AJ Lee is on her way. If she comes back, all I care, I just don't want to get hurt. I don't mind her coming back. I don't mind. As a matter of fact, I do not mind her being a surprise in the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. I really don't. Like, she can come on back. She'll be a surprise in the Royal Rumble. I just don't want her to get hurt. That's all that matters. But if she comes back, she comes back. But like I said, that's what the whole storyline is. So these two are going off. CM Punk and Drew, they ran off. And next thing you know, Bronson Reed came out of nowhere. And he murdered. I'm talking about beat the dog poop out of doggone Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins was literally coughing up blood. That's how bad he got beat down. He got beat down bad. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. When people don't understand that when people say pro wrestling is scripted, yes, it's scripted, but guess what? Their bodies are on the line. You literally had to agree with your fellow co-worker to beat the snot out of you. That's exactly what he told him. He told him, hey man, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make you look good. I need you to come out here, whoop my tail, beat the brakes off of me. I'm gonna have me coughing up blood. They had all the security clowns out there. Everybody running out there trying to run him off. This dude did this thing at least about 3 or 4 times. He beat him up so bad. They was trying to hold him off. He ran back to him, jumped. You know the crazy moves that Bronson Reed be doing. I mean, he whooped his tail. So like I said, I guess this is a way to keep Seth and CM Punk away from each other for the time being, because we know those two are. Listen, as long as CM Punk is healthy, CM Punk and Seth Rollins is WrestleMania. I don't care what nobody has to say. And guess who's going over, ladies and gentlemen? CM Punk is not going over. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is here to do the job. That's what he's about. CM Punk does not need to win anymore. He doesn't. For you hardcore CM Punk heads, CM Punk is here to do business. That's what he was supposed to do while he was in AEW. He's here to do business. He's going to put Seth over at WrestleMania. I'm already telling you the script ahead of time. We ain't nowhere near WrestleMania. We in August. We in my birthday month, which, by the way, my birthday was on Friday. So, but anyway, like I said, WrestleMania matchup, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. But in the time being, we got a beef, Bronson Reed, Seth. This is Bronson Reed's final opportunity. Final to get over. If he can't get over with Seth, I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. So then we get this matchup. Authors of Pain, New Day, Woods, and Kofi. Now, after the matchup, they got beat. They actually won. Xavier Woods and New Day actually won for the 18 million. It's like they win, then they lose. They'll lose like 5 weeks in a row, then they'll get one. But that's exactly what happened. After the matchup, they was getting beat down. So as of right now, we know Big E. Don't think Big E can come back. A lot of us, it's been 2 years now. And he said that I don't know if it's the C is something in the neck. He said it ain't really all the way where it should be. So Triple H said, well, we need another big black dude to join him. Now, the young man, Odyssey Jones, was scheduled to go to Smackdown. That's the game. He was supposed to be on Smackdown. That was like 2 years ago. He was supposed to go to Smackdown. We ain't heard from him since. He comes out of nowhere and beats the snot out of Clockboy and everybody. Now, as the beatdown is going down, Woods is in the back looking extremely like, I don't know who this big dude is. Like, I don't know, Kofi, why you going to get him. Now, I don't know if H is quote-unquote finally trying to break the New Day up. I don't know why. It should have happened a long time ago. These cats been cooning together for the last several thousand plus years. Now you talk about trying to make Woods into a serious competitor. That should have happened years ago. It really should have. The moment they got together, they should have been presented as a serious group. You put them together so all they can do is buck dance. Now you're trying to quote-unquote push Woods as a serious threat. I don't know how that's going to work. But Woods was looking as if he didn't want to get down. Like, he shook the man's hand. Kofi like, yeah, man, Odyssey Jones. Woods, acting like everything is all good. So I don't know if H is quote-unquote trying to break them up, but that's what it seems like. That's where they're going. But again, Woods been sitting up here buck dancing for all these years. Now you want us to present him as somebody that matters. It's too late, ladies and gentlemen. It's really too late. That's why clowns are hating on Bobby Lashley's decision to leave. No, Bobby Lashley was smart. He realized the Hurt Business ain't coming back together. H1 was cooning all day. I got to get my behind the heck up out of here. I'm not finna stay here and coon or just lose all day. And he remembered. Yes, people say, well, they won at WrestleMania, of course. But the feud didn't go nowhere. Just like this feud. And guess who it was with? Boom, right here. It didn't go anywhere. It's like Clockboy ain't got it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the best thing Clockboy did was his somewhat decent run at the beginning of his reign in NXT. The moment Adam Cole said what he said to him, he has not been able. It's like I've been looking at this dude and I just don't see anything. I don't know what people see out of him. This is no disrespect to him because I think personally, outside of wrestling, him and his wife make a fantastic couple. I actually saw when they got married. That was a beautiful video that the two of them put together. I saw the video. It was I wish them the best. But when it comes to this wrestling stuff and me trying to get behind Clockboy, I genuinely can't. And it seems like whoever Clockboy is feuding with, I don't really care. And that's sad. Like I said, I genuinely tried to give Clockboy the reason of a doubt. I said, okay, he had a decent run when he was in NXT until he ran up to Adam Cole. Now it's like it's been years since they left. They on the main roster, and I'm not seeing what everybody else is seeing. This is no disrespect to them. So I don't want nobody come up here saying, oh, man, you just hating on them because they... No, I don't want to hear it. I'm just telling you the bullface truth. Like, Killer Cross and Scarlet Witch, listen, you hanging out with Authors of Pain. You even got the OG to come back to be the manager. I just don't... I don't... Nothing. I genuinely don't... It's nothing there. I don't know why H keeps pushing them. It's just nothing. And like I said, for the hardcore Clockboy fans, and y'all love him, y'all love his wife. Look, if y'all like that, that's you. I'm just trying to tell you my perspective. Clockboy ain't doing it for me. He's just not. Like I said, talk about TikTok all day. I'm like, that don't do nothing for me. And then you feuding with these coons? No, that's not doing it. It's not. Like I said, you want to try to push Woods as a serious. And listen, I think, look, we know Kofi is not FBA. I know that. I'm not sure about Big E. Woods is the only one that's probably FBA. He's probably the only one. But sitting up here cooning all day, that's no. No, this is why I tell y'all all the time. When I see us on this show, the expectation is low. It's very low. Because I know the regime. I know who's controlling the show. I know who's calling the shots. So I can't get behind us on the show. Just because we're there, just because we're winning doesn't mean nothing. Don't mean a goddamn thing. So this Odyssey Jones stuff, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But that's my whole take on that. So then we get 8-Town Down Under versus Ultra Truth. And again, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this dude right here, R-Truth, ladies and gentlemen, they just celebrated, it was 22 years ago when he won the NWA Championship in Total Nonstop Action. And I'm sitting up here saying, this man is a well-respected wrestler throughout the years, throughout the locker rooms and all that. But the problem is, he has subjected himself to a serious Sambo. And I'm like, I can't get behind that. It's what I was just talking about with Woods and Kofi and them. It's the same stuff I'm talking about. The man lost the match because he picked up, I think he had was it Austin Theory? Great. He had one of them. And he's twirled around and he knocked Miz out. So they're telling you to your face, R-Truth and Miz are done. The Miz is going to turn on R-Truth, and R-Truth's not going to see it coming because he's the dumb black man gimmick. Again, who is writing this stuff? H. But y'all keep telling me, cats like myself, cats like G Nation, cats like my man, shout out to VIC, who be putting these fools on notice, breaking this stuff down, trying to tell y'all every single day that H and them ain't nothing but some. We know how H move. We know. Like, don't be silly. But again, that's the script. The script is R-Truth, the dumb black man gimmick. He costs him and Miz the match, and that's that. So we get Damian Priest, JD McDonuts. Damian Priest wins because they hopped in there to jump him. They beat the brakes off of him. Then Rhea Ripley came out of nowhere to save the day. And that's that. So like I said, the new Judgment joke is JD McDonuts, Carlito, Dirty Dom, Liv Morgan, Finn Balor. That's the new Judgment joke. So that's that. Then we get the ladies again. Io Sky versus Sonya Deville. Io gets the victory. Moonsault. Again, like I say, it's just everybody that's in the matches with one another are just wrestling each other week in and week out, trying to keep somewhat interest going in the women's division. That's basically what's going on. You know, rematches always weekly. Same old, same old. So then Dragunov, who I thought was on the shelf, but apparently I guess he's able to be backstage, ran into Sami Zayn and told that man that he wants to face him again once he's ready, but in the meantime, he wants to get his championship back, and he's going to do so. So I guess tonight we're getting a 2 out of 3 falls match, which don't make no type of sense whatsoever. I was like, you could have saved this for the pay-per-view, and guess what? Since you want to trade somebody, guess what? If Sami Zayn loses at Bash at Berlin, he must go to Smackdown. It's not that difficult. Boom. Move. Let's get it on. Let's move on somewhere. Jey Uso pulled up, and they was like, my dog. They do the little stupid handshake or whatever. So then they talked about Seth Rollins' situation. He going to be out for a little bit. Then, like I said, we got the video, Joey Gacy, on why he joined the group. And again, it's like it's a wannabe horror film. That's basically what they are. They're a wannabe horror group in pro wrestling. That's basically what it is. Then we get to the main event. The main event, again, decent main event. But again, what they beefing for? What's the quote-unquote story here? I hear it. Listen, it's funny as heck. I hear this so much concerning AEW. I hear, what's the story? Yeah, what is the story? Because they had plenty of opportunities to tell a great story by quote-unquote having Bo Dallas, a.k.a. Uncle Howdy, get the briefcase right from doggone Chad Gable. It would have made so much more sense. Now they got a reason to beef. It's more than just them just trying to scare somebody. Because think about it. It started with them spooking him. That was part one. That would have led to him, quote unquote, about to pull the briefcase down. Uncle Howdy comes out of nowhere and steals it from him. Boom. There it is. Now they got a reason to, quote unquote, beef. They got a reason to, quote unquote, have this matchup. They had the matchup. Obviously, you knew that Chad Gable and Brutus and Julius was losing. Now what? That's the question you had to ask yourself. Now what? They won. It's over. Let's move on. Like, what else is left to talk about? Nothing. So, like I said, decent Raw, but again, a lot of stupid stuff. A lot of dumb stuff that don't make no type of sense. Like I said, you're not going to hear this on nobody else's channel because too many people are kissing Triple H's behind. That's all they know how to do. And speaking of kissing Triple H's behind, let's talk about it. Now, this man right here coming back, I thought he was going to, quote unquote, save SmackDown. He was not able to because you want to know what Triple H idiotic behind decided to do. You had this man sit right here. Let us run back part 3. I don't give a care that both bands was going to get cheered. I didn't care. Let me tell y'all something. The problem is Triple H is, quote unquote, scared that Cody's going to get booed and Roman's going to get cheered. I don't care. Roman is a face now. Cody has always been a heel. I don't give a dang what nobody has to say. Just quit trying to push him as a face. He's not the face of the company. The face of the company just walked back in and is outselling everybody in that company with his new shirt. Which, by the way, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm going to get it. One of these days, you're going to see me doing this video and I'm going to be like, hey, check out the shirt. OTC is back. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your matchup for... Listen, if you really wanted me to actually be here on time to watch a WWE pay-per-view that's not WrestleMania, that's not the Royal Rumble, that's not Summer Joke, that's not Survivor Series, you would have got me if you would have said Roman and Cody part 3, and that's that. H had it in the bag. You know what this circus clown decided to do? He said we're going to do another face versus another face. Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. I said, what the heck is Triple H doing here? There is absolutely no story to that. None whatsoever. What? You going to say that these two clowns been working together so much, so now he quote unquote owes him? No, he don't owe Kevin Owens nothing. The dude that he owes a title shot is this cat right here. I said, man, H is a fool. He's a fool through and through. I don't care what nobody has to say. I don't care. The biggest Triple H D riders can kick rocks. Your man's is a fool. You got the match right here. You got WrestleMania Part 3 right here. Let's get it done. Let's get it out the way. Let's move on from it. H said, no, I'm going to do Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. I said, H, what are we doing? Bro, what is we doing, man? I'm like, dog, I don't give a care that you want to see him. And I don't want to see that right now. No, give me Cody, give me Roman part 3. Then you can do Roman and Solo later on because that's going to add more to the doggone bloodline feud. Civil war among the own bloodline members. It would have made more sense because the fact that he even told Solo, I'm not giving you no more matches. Great. That makes sense. He didn't beat him. He beat him. He doesn't owe him another rematch. He owes this guy a rematch. Absolutely. I don't care what nobody has to say. Roman Reigns is owed a freaking rematch. You going to give it to Kevin Owens of all people. Listen, no disrespect to Kevin Owens, man. Kevin Owens is great. But, man, no. H is a clown through. And apparently, I guess, guess what? Like I always say, when you can't book us to save your life, you put us all together. Apparently, Bianca and Jade was out there. I don't know what they did, but they was doing something. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to read, see what happened. All I know is Naomi came to the rescue, and now we got the female New Day. That's basically what they are. I don't care what nobody has to say. You tell me when they not. You tell me I'm tripping. You tell me I'm reaching. I'm just trying to tell you how H move. It's not that hard. It's really not. So yeah, LA Knight celebration, US Championship. Great again. Like I say, get us to care. Get us to care about his reign, ladies and gentlemen. It's all that matters. Get us to care about his doggone reign. Now, This whole now listen, you got clowns saying all kinds of things. Jacob Fatu hurt. I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. You got circus clowns on here saying that he ain't hurt. No, that fool is hurt. So yeah, like I said, them two, they, you know, like I said, man, H just, you talking about bull jive. We got, I guess, a number one qualifier tag team match, A-Town Down Under and Street Profits. And it looks like the Street Profits won, which is a complete waste of time. The Street Profits ain't on nothing no more. H has failed them. And I feel bad for both Montez and Dawkins because they tried. Listen, I genuinely believe they wanted to do well with Bobby. They really did, but they knew, like, H wasn't going to give him an opportunity to actually be authentic and be real. He knew. They already knew the script. Now the fact that Bobby gone, it's like, okay, number one contendership, but you know they not beating Gorillas of Destruction. You know they not. So I'm like, this match is a waste of time. You could have gave it back to the clowns that originally had the tag team titles. But again, you know why? Because they're heels. So we need a scapegoat babyface team that's going to just look like jokes. And voila, Street Profits. So we get Street Profits and Gorillas of Destruction. I don't know when. Tiffany and Nia Jax having a quote-unquote celebration. Then Chelsea Green and Piper Niven coming out and talking crap. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, man. Chelsea Green should be the Money in the Bank holder. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, man. Chelsea Green should be the freaking Mrs. Money in the Bank holder. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Tiffany ain't got over them doggone allegations. She has not. I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. She has not gotten over them allegations. Talk about some. She didn't hear the audio. Listen, that's like me recording this video. And at times I have done it. So look here. But okay, that's a bad analogy. That's like me recording a video taking a video, not checking the audio. The audio was terrible. I upload myself on that video, and then when I upload it, and then everybody hear it, and then I don't even bother listening to it. I don't even check to see if the audio was good or bad. I just upload it like everything is all good, and then when everybody started telling me, oh, you did some stupid stuff. And I said, what are you talking about? And then I go and look. I said, oh, no. No. That's why I say Tiffany should not be Mrs. Money in the Bank. It should be Chelsea Green. If you genuinely wanted a crazy feud between Chelsea Green and Piper Niven would have cost Chelsea Green. It would have made the most sense because Piper Niven just feels like an afterthought hanging out with Chelsea Green. You really want to present Piper Niven as a monster threat, she would be the reason why Chelsea loses. And she would have one of those looks on her face like she meant to do it. She like, I'm tired of being your lackey. I don't want to be your lackey anymore. Matter of fact, I'm the reason you got that money in the briefcase in the first place. Guess what? I'm the reason why you lost your opportunity to win the championship. It would have made so much sense, and you got yourself a feud more than likely going into WrestleMania. It would have been so good, but H don't know what he's doing with the ladies. He don't. I don't want to hear nobody tell me I'm capping. I'm not capping. I'm telling you the bold-faced truth. Instead, we got this makeshift crap between Nia Jax and Tiffany. It don't make no sense whatsoever. It don't make sense at all. It's like, no. The genuine story would have been Chelsea and Piper. I would have been on board with this. And y'all know, Chelsea Green, me and Chelsea Green, it's like, look, I respect the mess out of the girl. I have no hatred towards this woman at all. But it's like the stuff that she was doing, it wasn't clicking. This would have been fantastic. I would have been on board with this. Her winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, I would have been on board. Because I'm like, H, you got yourself something sitting right in front of your face, bro. The ladies have always successfully cashed in. Chelsea Green would have been the first to fail, and it would have been a genuine reason to have Piper Niven screw her over. It's not that difficult. I don't know why it's so hard for H to get that concept. He go and put it on the white supremacist name, Tiffany Stratton. Like, wake the heck up, man. Wake up. No, H just want a bull jive. So we got Jade Cargill and Bianca. I guess it was a singles. But see, this stuff just be dumb. Look here. I'm glad I didn't watch SmackDown. I'm glad because I would have been all over H, and I am. I'm all over H. Why? Champions in this company don't mean nothing. You want to protect your champions. I've been asking H, please present Alba Fire and Isadon as if they matter. But guess what? Jade Cargill, quote unquote, pinned Alba Fire in a non-title match, which guess what? Guarantees them another shot. I told you, I tell you every day. Because I want to do these videos, and I want to keep doing these videos for the fools that would have told me that if the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't have said nothing about it. No, you see me getting upset about it because I want them to be presented as if they matter. I don't give a dang that it was Jade Cargill that pinned her. This is the stupid stuff that I keep talking about. She should have not pinned her. Listen, they lost. Let's move on. I don't know. Let's go back to the bottom of the barrel. If you're still trying to book Jade and Bianca as a tag team, I don't know. How about you have them go against Chelsea Devin and Piper Niven? I don't know if that's what you want. If you want them to stay in the hunt, not quote unquote get a singles match against the champion and the champion loses on some dumb stuff, that does not work. It don't work weird with me. I get on Tony Khan for the idiotic stuff. You think I'm giving H a pass? You out of your freaking mind. No, I'm not. I'm not giving H a pass for this idiotic booking. No, sir. This is terrible booking one-on-one. I don't give a care. It's my girl, Jade Cargill. Listen, Jade and Bianca been all over my timeline, and it ain't got nothing to do with wrestling. They've been posting pictures of themselves rocking outfits, posting themselves going to different events, and going everything that has absolutely nothing to do with pro wrestling. That's when you mess with Jade. That's when you mess with Bianca. But as of right now, H has made the two of these sisters look like they don't even belong in the ring. And that's sad. Because there was a lot of potential that I had for Jade Cargill. I was like, okay, she coming in. She hanging out with Bianca. Learning under the Bianca tutelage. She should know something. Because you know Bianca knows what she's doing. Now listen. Yes, Bianca has not. I listen to me and listen to me good. Bianca may be one of the only black women in WWE history to quote unquote get away without, listen to me carefully, because see, a lot of times people get carried away about the acronyms and the way she talk and the slang and all that stuff. That's just a part of it. Listen, if you listen to a lot of the sisters or whatever, that's how they move. Now I know WWE try to use that as a quote unquote stereotype, so I give them the reason of a doubt. Bianca is one of the only ones. She's one of the only ones, but still, even while she was on top, H and Vince did some retarded things with her. Don't even get me started with that summer joke crap that happened between her and Becky. That was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in my life. That was terrible. I was on here going off on that bull jive. Don't even tell me about it. Then the stupid stuff that happened in summer joke last year. Like I said, I always say this all the time. It's how we are presented. People get carried away about the representation. Representation ain't got nothing to do with presentation. It might be in the word, but how are you presented? How are you presented to the masses so that you get over on your merit in a respectful manner that's not on those stereotypical bull jive? You're not cooning. You're not chucking and jiving. You're not acting like a bed wench. You're not doing all the stupid stuff. You understand what I'm talking about? So that's what I was looking when Jade first came, but the moment they decided, hey, Naomi, hey, Bianca, hey, Jade, let's get the new first female New Day. That's exactly what they did. That's what they was on. Don't tell me I'm lying. Don't tell me I'm tripping. I'm just trying to tell y'all the game and how the game works. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about controlling every way you take it. That song was meaningful. Like, them lyrics went over everybody's head. That's how H moved, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, this is a terrible decision. I don't give a damn. They just lost last week. How the clown does she get a singles match against her? That don't make sense. This is H. I'm trying to tell you the game. You don't know why H did this? Because he know there's a whole bunch of us that's been pushing back and saying, especially with the situation that's going on with MVP and Bobby. He did this because he want to quote unquote come across as if he's a genuine guy and that he's down for the cause. No, he's not. This is all the facade because he knows a bunch of coons and bad wenches in the IWC that love to eat that just went ham when they seen this. That's all I'm gonna say. I know people gonna be mad at me, but I gotta speak the truth. When they say speak truth to power, that's what I come on here to do. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. That's the only reason why this idiotic decision happened. The only reason, because he know when this happened, all the black fans, regardless of male or female, went off. Like, yeah, Jay, sister girl. No, nope. They lost last week. How the heck does she guarantee to get a singles back? That don't even make sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. You see what I'm talking about? See, ladies and gentlemen, you see how I keep it fair, because I know some of y'all be on here. I know, I'm not even talking about us. I'm talking about the ones that ain't like us, that be telling me that I be bull jiving because quote unquote. Listen, y'all, you know where I'm going. So I want to keep it 100%. This was a terrible decision. You ain't finna have, like, they just beat them last week. I'm not finna do this. I'm not finna do this to her. I'm not. Jade and them gonna have to go against somebody else. If you desperately want Jade and Bianca to get another shot, have them go against somebody else while they watch. Because this foolishness is about pinning the champions in non-title matches. I can't. I hate it. I don't care what promotion it is. I can't stand this foolishness. I will never be a fan of it. I don't care who having the championship. So I don't want to hear nobody tell me that like the only reason I would go off is if it was somebody black that had the championship that was happy to. No. I don't give a damn who's the champion. Whoever's the champion, I don't want them getting pinned in any type of situation until it's time to lose the championship. That's just how the game works with me. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm just telling you, when it's concerning me and how I book a champion, they'll be winning everything until it's time for them to lose. Unless they in a tag team match and there's somebody with them that can take the pinfall. They not getting pinned. I'm not going to have them get pinned and look like a fool. I'm not doing it. So LA Knight came out. Bramlin talked about he did what he did to do it as Summer Joke. And then Santos Escobar come out. So I guess Santos wants the shot. So I guess they had to determine who's going to be number one contender. Andrade and Santos Escobar. Now, I guarantee this probably was match of the night. I guarantee you. Somebody in the comment section tell me if you watch Smackdown if this was match of the night. Because both of these cats are fantastic. So I know the fact that the two of them got in, they went in and went ham. I know this was match of the night. Santos wins, so he's the number one contender. Well, he's losing. He's losing the next time they get together. So then we get the tag team champions. They went against Pretty Deadly. And I guess this was to determine if they would get an opportunity. See, these are the type of matches that this is stupid. And it would have been dumb. It would have been absolutely retarded if DIY would have lost. That would have been stupid. We already had an idiotic decision that happened earlier. This would have been dumb. This would have been stupid. Like, you got other clowns in, it's just dumb. Like, you just had the Street Profits win number one contender shot. Now you having them, like, that don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. It don't make sense. So Roman pull up. Roman's there, and he calls out Solo. So I guess they're gonna be beefing or whatever. But like I said, Cody is going after Kevin Owens, and Roman is going after Solo. So that's SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, H got this thing completely backwards. He has this thing completely backwards. I don't know. Somebody need to get this to him, and he need to watch it and go revamp and do what he needs to do. But as right now, the H just see bulljack. And I'm sorry about this because I got a whole lot of stuff on my computer that be trying to clean up every 5 seconds. But that's like I said, SmackDown was a joke. Like I said, the only decent thing that happened on the show was probably this matchup and Roman being back, but for the wrong reasons. Roman should have Cody when the show opened, Cody should have said, "I want to talk to Roman. I want to talk to Roman right now." Roman would come out. He would say, "Listen, man, I appreciate everything you did. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. So you know what? Because I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of respect, and I respect you. I'm going to give you another shot at this championship, at Basketball Land. That would have set the tone for the show. I would have been 100% on board with that right there. But you said, no, I'm going to give it to doggone Kevin Owens. Whatever. All right, let's go to Dynamite. Now, Dynamite, man, look, I've seen people complaining, all this and that. There was a lot of situations where a lot of people was out because it was inclement weather in Carolina or whatever. The only reason why this took place is because this man's been helping him along the way. Now, like I said, I find it hilarious. I've been saying this. What the heck does Jeff Jarrett... listen, the following cats must got something on Tony Khan. Chris Jericho, Jeff Jarrett, because they seem to constantly get on TV all the dang time. And I'll be like, why? Like, I don't know. They must got something on this man or something. But Jeff Jarrett, and he's been involved with this whole situation concerning Bryan. So I guess this was basically a test for quote unquote Bryan to quote unquote say, hey, I'm ready for Swerve and I'm going to beat him. Like I said, he run around here talking about his neck ain't good and he needs neck surgery and all of this foolishness and all this crap. He pretty much talking like a retired person. So it's almost like a foregone conclusion that he's not going to beat Swerve. We don't know that. We genuinely don't know that. Like I say, yes, Swerve has never beaten him. That don't mean nothing. It's been plenty of times in circus clowns who never beat somebody and they just didn't do it. So we don't know. Like I said, people want to run around and talk about foregone conclusions concerning them. No. So like I said, it is, it is what it is on this situation. Because I seen a lot of people complaining why this was the main event and why MJF versus Kyle Fletcher wasn't the main event. Well, one, he's the main event at All In, correct? So I get why you're complaining, but again, he's the main event going into All In. So it makes sense for this to quote unquote be the main event. Yeah, so from what I'm told, I think now Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander's match is turned into a tag team match. So it's going to be a mixed tag team match. It's going to be Willow Nightingale and some dude, Chris and Stokely Hathaway. So that's why I said Tony Khan was an idiot for having that stupid eliminator match. That was dumb. It was a dumb decision. You just had that again. That's why I say I hate Tony Khan going outside the company to have his wrestlers go win a championship that's not a part of the company. That's stupid. And I'm sorry, it does not bring viewership in. It really doesn't. If it did, somebody show me. But from what I've seen, it don't help the viewership. So why the clown are you doing that? So now, like I said, apparently it's turned into a tag team match. So we getting that tag team. Listen, we might mess around and have about 3 tag team matches, including a trios match. So All In, you get ready. You might see a total of four multi-man matches on this show. Just get ready. I'm just trying to tell you right now. Because Tony Khan, you know how he do. Tony Khan can't help himself. Tony Khan has to have everybody and their grandma on the card. He can go a pay-per-view or 2 where somebody ain't there. You don't need to. Matter of fact, like I say, All In really just need 10 matches. 10. And All Out need 8. Give me 8 for All Out. Give me 10. That's a total of 18 matches. You can split that roster up if you want to. You really can. You can put, like I said, 10 of them on All In, 8 on All Out. It's not that you got the manpower. You got multiple storylines going on. It ain't that difficult to book. But again, Tony Khan's circus behind here, he think just have circus clown wrestle A and B and then boom, we got a storyline. It don't work like that, ladies and gentlemen. It genuinely don't work like that. But like I said, this matchup was decent matchup. Bryan got the victory. And then afterwards, Swerve came out there talking his stuff, talk about what he getting ready to do to him. He gonna mess him up. He gonna put him in the bag and all this crazy stuff. And just rambling, saying what he gonna do. Because as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, Swerve is quote unquote trying to play the heel. Yes, he's the babyface, but he's trying to play the heel because everybody loves the quote unquote American Dragon. So Bryan is quote unquote going to play. Because remember, listen, as of right now, Bryan has been a tweener. Yes, he's been heel in AEW. Yes, he's been face. But as for me, he's a tweener. Same thing goes for Swerve. Swerve is just a tweener too. Swerve is trying to play both roles right now. Yes, he's a face, but he's trying to play heel right now. Because based on where the storyline is going, he's trying to be the heel. That's the story. So he's going to quote unquote put him in the bag, because he's the most dangerous man. So we're going to try to quote-unquote mess his neck up. That's basically what the storyline is. First matchup. Kyle Fletcher, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Great matchup. Kyle Fletcher, listen, as of late, I think Kyle Fletcher has looked the best he's ever looked in a very long time. Now, my question I've been asking myself, where the heck is Mark Andrews at? I have been asking myself, this dude has been gone for a full year. He got hurt at last year's All In, remember? He's been gone for a full year. And I'm asking myself, when is he coming back? Kyle Fletcher's out here looking like he can do a solo thing by himself. Where is Mark Andrews? Where is he at? That's going to play a huge role in everything that's tied together with Don Callis and the family and all of this situation, because that's his tag team partner, right? He goes wherever he goes, but like I said, Kyle Fletcher been looking like $1 million. He's been looking like, again, quote unquote. Now I know Maxwell Jacob Freeman called him a cosplay version of Will Ospreay, which is true because he'll want to be Will Ospreay. So everything he said, he wasn't lying. But like I said, man, I genuinely asked him the question, where the heck is Mark Andrews at? He been gone for a whole, because I think he messed his hand up. I think it was his wrist. He messed something up. So you wouldn't think you would be gone for a full year for that, but he been out for a full year. He's been gone for a full year, so we'll see about that. So, like I said, this whole situation, he beat him. Kyle Fletcher was doing everything in his power. Don Callis got out of commentary because he quote unquote gave him a screwdriver to quote unquote mess up, but he put it down. He's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. Now remember, I forgot to tell you this. Will Ospreay got locked in the back. He was stuck in his room. He couldn't get out of his room because somebody had put a bunch of boxes on his door. Now a lot of people believe that was MJF. No, I believe that was Don. I personally believe Don did that mess. That was Don doing that, but he thinks that was Maxwell Jacob Freeman because Maxwell Jacob Freeman is known to do some bull jive stuff like that. He really is. But yeah, so he beats him. Sorry about that. He beats him, and then that's when he was finna do the move. He finally comes out there, but he's like afterwards, but he dips out. He chase him off and everything, and he's holding his head and all this stuff, and he's like he blaming himself because he quote unquote could have took him out just like how he did Daniel Garcia. So that's that storyline. Yeah, like I said, MJF been rambling, talking bull jive, talking all kind of crazy stuff. So then we get Mariah May. Let's see. We got Mariah May versus Viva Vaughn. This was just a tune-up matchup. She get her feet wet till she, like I said, because she got to keep winning till she get to All In. And then that's when Tony came out. Tony came out there. Tony went off. Tony, like I said, Tony looked like a distressed mess. A distressed mess. That's what she looked like. She looked like her makeup is all over the place. She looked like she ain't got no sleeping days. She just looked like a mess, and she can't wait to get her hands on this woman right here. She can't wait to beat the snot out of her, and I can't wait to see it. This right here has been one of the best built stories in this company. I'm serious. Look, I didn't see it when she first pulled up. I didn't see all this. I genuinely didn't. But now, oh my goodness, I am excited to see this matchup. I'm excited to see how the heck does she get it done, because I'm going with Mariah May to win the championship. What kind of sneaking, conniving way is she going to do to win that championship? So yeah, I just talked about all that. So then we got backstage. Now this was I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the truck. Jack Perry quote unquote called himself explaining why he's the scapegoat and why he went through what he went through at Blood and Guts, but you couldn't really make out everything because it was like they went directly into commercial. It was like they was trying to. Then they came back and then somebody messed up. It's like I really didn't understand what I got what they were trying to do, but somebody in the truck messed up. They messed up big time. I don't know who it was, but again, this is year 5. I get on WWE for even some of the smallest audio issues. We don't need to be having this. This is year 5. Get it right. TK, tell your clowns in the truck to get this mess right. We don't have time for this. We really don't. This is 5 years in. You teasing that something big is about to pop off on Dynamite on Wednesday night. So, like I said, the clowning, the foolishness, we got to cut that mess out. Its time is up. So then Darby Allin responds to the promo. He said, obviously, you know me, I love to set this food on fire, but that would excuse me from having a matchup at Wembley. So I'll see you behind at Wembley. Boom, there it is. Then we get Brian Keith versus Shibata. Now, I've been sitting up and saying to myself, okay, do you want Brian Keith to get over under this leadership tutelage of quote-unquote Chris Jericho? Well, he has to beat Shibata. You know that didn't happen. You already know. He beat him. So after the matchup, that's when everybody came out there. Big Bill came out. And so as of right now, it's the 3-on-1. Well, then OC came out of nowhere to help the man out. So I don't know where that's going, truth be told. I thought they was just going to do Shibata and Chris Jericho at All In and call it a day. I think it's going to turn into a 3-man. I don't know who their third man is going to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Hook came back. That's right. Hook came back. Hook is back. Hook is officially back. And he's selling the burn mark. He had the doggone eye patch on. Great. So I think we're going to do a 3-on-3. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be Shibata, Hook, and it's going to be somebody else versus them 3 at All In. I'm telling you right now. OC was talking about nothing as usual. Then Hangman came out of nowhere talking about he gonna do something because the guy who's holding the championship shouldn't be holding the title. This ain't right. I should be main eventing All In. I'm going to mess somebody up tonight, and it is what it is. So after what happened in the main event, I don't know why Tony Khan don't be showing this on TV. Tony Khan, this is what he like to do, because again, Tony Khan is so in love with the internet marks. That's the biggest issue. He needs to cut that bullshit out. I'm not telling you to disrespect the fans, but I'm telling you that's a small niche audience. He just showed when he be showing them backstage video. I'm like, bro, that should be on TV. That should have been what happened to Jeff Jarrett. Should have been how Dynamite went off the air. We end up seeing it afterwards. I'm like, why? No, don't just show it to, no, put that on TV so clowns like me can see it. Because a lot of times, a lot of people ain't looking on social media. They're not. So when something like that happens, cats will be like, well, what the heck happened? Show it on TV. Pro wrestling is about the to be continued factor. I don't know how hard that is to get through your thick skull, Tony Khan. It's about the to be continued factor. That's pro wrestling 101. It's not that difficult. I don't know why Tony Khan makes it hard, but it's not. That would have been the end. Heyman going off on doggone Jeff Jarrett, which more than likely would have got him on the All-In card, because right now Jeff Jarrett ain't got nothing. Heyman ain't got nothing going on All-In, so you got yourself. You book a match. Jeff Jarrett does the job to Heyman. This basically gives Heyman the momentum. Now, I don't know what he does at All Out. I don't know. But I'm not doing him a swerve right away. That's going to be saved for Wrestle Kingdom. Or Wrestle Dream. Because, and I believe he's going to be back in Seattle. That's where you do it. Now, quote unquote, that's if he beats Bryan. He must defeat Bryan, and he must defeat, what's my man? Darby Allin. He must defeat both of them. And then we set up the matchup at freaking Wrestle Dream. And guess who goes over? Hangman. It's not that hard because Swerve done beat this man 3 times already. So Hangman got to get his get back. He has to get his get back. He has to. Like I said, but like I said, Swerve got to make it. He got to make it past 2 clowns. 3, whoever he has up facing at All Out. But yeah, so he got to make it past 3. 3 clowns he got to make it past. He has to make it past 3 if he wants to quote unquote get that final matchup with Hangman one more time. Hangman defeats him, and there you have it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I would do. I would do that. I would have Hangman defeat Swerve at Wrestle Dream, because that's where the whole beef started, right? I would have him defeat in the backyard so none of the fans would really feel some kind of way about it. Now, guess what? MJF ain't going to have the International Championship because I got Will Ospreay getting the championship back at All In. Now you start rebuilding MJF back up to be the number 1 contender to win that championship back. Well, guess where he wins it? Heyman ain't going to have no long man reign. Heyman going to go through, he wins it at Wrestle Dream. He goes through Full Gear, but then he loses it at World's End, and he loses it to who? MJF. Now MJF is going into 2025 as the World Heavyweight Champion. Now this is where you rebuild Swerve back up, because now, quote unquote, MJF and Swerve haven't touched each other yet. They haven't. They have not. They've been into each other's face. They talked about one another. But that's what I do until Adam Cole can magically come back. Because all I know, he been just sitting on Twitch all day. That's all I know about Adam Cole. Till Adam Cole gets back, we can. That's what I would do. Like I said, Hangman will have it. He'll get through. Like I said, he'll win it at Wrestle Dream. He'll get through Full Gear, but then he'll lose it at World's End. So it'd be like a 2 month. It'd be very short, a very short reign. Heyman don't have to have it that long, and he loses to MJF. Like I said, MJF will get that championship back. He's carrying it through 2025, and then somehow, some way, we revamp Swerve back up, and MJF and Swerve go at it, and then he takes it from him. That's what I would do. Like I said, Swerve mess around to be a 2-time champ, since you struggling to find somebody else black to win the championship. But that's that on that for the Dynamite side. Yeah, they had this. It was a 3-man match. It was FTR, Cash, OC, Beast Mortals, Roderick Strong, and Roosh, and FTR and them won. Great. Now afterwards, this is when the Acclaim came out. Now they confronted them. Now the Young Bucks weren't there, so I don't know what Tony Khan is doing. I don't want 2 triple threats, because I think we're gonna get 2 triple threats. I think we're gonna let a triple threat ladder match, and then we're gonna get a triple threat for the tag team title. I genuinely don't want it. What Tony Khan's gonna have to do. This is terrible. It's wrong. I don't want to see it. But I feel like Tony Khan, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the Acclaim, put their tag team title shot on the line. If FTR beats them, they cannot no longer challenge for the tag team titles. If they beat FTR has to go back to the bottom of the barrel. They cannot. They won't have no shot against the Young Bucks. It will just be strictly FTR. The Acclaim, Young Bucks, all in. That's that. I don't want 2 triple threats, because I feel like Tony Khan is going to do that, because he just does not know how to say no. He does not know how to tell his wrestlers, no, you're not going to be on the show. He doesn't. He's just too much of a nice guy, and that's the sad part about him. I respect him, but it's like, dude, you're going to have to lay the law down. Every clown you got working for you does not need to be on the freaking pay-per-view. Please get that through your thick skull. So then we had Camille. She went against 2 girls. She went against Sierra Carter and Jasmine Hale. She got the victory. Mercedes out here rambling, talk about why Camille is a part of CEO Productions and why that DMD girl ain't on nothing. That's why she got her behind suspended. Then as she's rambling, talking about why it's all about the CEO, Tony Schiavone, the unofficial GM, because that's basically what it is, got on the mic and said, we got somebody on the video prompter, and guess who popped up? Mrs. DMD. She said, you've been running here rambling, talk about you the CEO. Well, guess what? When the DMD's suspension is up, I'm coming for that championship. I'm coming for your buttons. You know she cussed and everything. So, that's that. So, like I said, listen, Britt Baker, look, Britt Baker, what she needs to do, she's gonna have to learn how to keep her cool, because it's just time and time again. Every time when some drama start coming out the locker room, especially on the women's side of things. Because ever since CM Punk left, we really haven't heard too much drama from the men. It's always the girls. And who is the number one poop starter? It's her. She going to have to chill, man. Her, MJF, Elite, and MJF's girl, just chill. Just be restless and keep the drama on TV. I don't need to know what the clown is going on backstage. I just get it on. So that's that situation. Yeah, then I took a step talk about the main event. Jeff Jarrett, Bryan Danielson. Bryan got the victory. He won. And I don't know how he busted. Somehow, some way, Jeff Jarrett got himself busted open right on the back of the ear, right up here. Don't ask me how that happened. I don't know. Like I said, Swerve came out afterwards. He gave him a mouthful of what he plans on doing. Listen, I'm going to be 100% with you. Now, Swerve is, when it comes to how he's been presented, his charisma in the ring, and everything, for me, I think Swerve's weakest point is his promo ability. And I'm not saying he can't cut good promos, because he has. But I noticed that when he does a sit down and he has nobody around, I forgot to talk about that. The sit down he had with JR, and listen, man, JR is on his last leg. JR is on his last leg, ladies and gentlemen. He is on his last leg. Just pray for him. I don't know how many more years he got, but just pray for him. But that interview he did, based off of what he was able to work with, whatever JR gave him, Swerve took it. He said what he was going to do to Brian, and he can't wait to do it. That's where Swerve dominates. When it comes to getting a mic and getting in front of people, I don't know. It's like he can do it. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm not. Like I said, this is one thing. This is one critique I have of Swerve, is when he is in front of fans and when he's trying to quote, like, it's like coming up with something to say and getting right to the point. And I'm like, when I've been listening to Swerve, and I'm like, okay, and I know where he's going, but I'm like, okay, this is kind of like a somewhat of a weakness of his, and that's no knock against him, because I told you, I thoroughly enjoy everything Swerve do. I'm not a fan of these eliminator matches, because apparently he had one on Collision. I don't care nothing about them eliminator. I don't know why Tony Khan called him that. That just get rid of the whole eliminator. Just kill that concept. Kill it. But like I said, that's one critique I have of Swerve. One. Like I said, that is just one. It's the promo ability. I'm not saying he can't, because he can. Because sometimes Swerve says some stuff. You listen to him, you be like, okay, that was a nice line he just said, you know. But like I said, I've noticed that's kind of like his weakness. But that's no knock against him, because everything else he's been doing, I've somewhat thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, everything he could have been presented so much better as the main deal when Tony Khan first got him as the champion. But now, right now, I mean, what is there to complain about? Because every single one of us in the IWC, I don't care what race you are, you know it. And he even said it. In that sit-down interview, he straight said it. Certain people don't want me to be in this position. And he not lying. You know the script. Y'all know how the game works. When we are in that position, when we get into that field, when we get the opportunity to get in that field, you know certain people feel a certain kind of way. Don't play the game. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I don't care all these people, we're all in. No, you're not. He said what he said. I knew exactly what he was talking about. We ain't supposed to be there, because the moment we get there, people start feeling this kind of way. We ain't supposed to be there. But now we here. Now what you gonna do about it? Certain people didn't want me to be here. Certain. You know what he talking about. Y'all know what he talking about. Y'all know what he talking about. The only thing on Collision I'm gonna talk about is what I saw. So it was a double count out. House of Black versus Bullet Club Gold. Winner gets Christian in the picture. Y'all all in. It didn't happen. Christian pinned. He counted out both groups, and he speared. I think it was Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews got up and he speared Buddy Matthews. So I don't know if this is going to turn into a triple threat ladder match, but that's what it feels like. Feels like it's going to turn into a triple threat ladder match. That's what it genuinely feels like going into All In. It feels like that. I'm serious. It feels like it's going to be a triple threat ladder match, because again, Tony Khan's booking one-on-one. He don't know what the clown he doing a lot of times. He just, this is the only way I can get everybody. No, you don't. You got 2 pay-per-views coming up. You can have a mini tournament for everybody that's a trios that's not going to be able to participate in All In. Have them keep winning, and whoever wins gets the winner of All In at All Out. It's not that difficult. I don't know why Tony Khan makes it a hard thing. He makes it difficult, but that's basically it. Raw's on right now, so I know a lot of y'all is watching Monday Night Raw. I done went on for a very long time. Feel like I've been up here for a good hour. I gave my honest thoughts about everything. Like I said, Dynamite was decent. Like I said, I told you Some of the stupid stuff I didn't like about it, but for the majority of it, it was cool. I've seen a lot of people online hating as usual because that's the name of the game. Then they look at ratings and all this dumb stuff. Tony Khan said he has a quote unquote. His terminology. When the ratings are down, I got a huge announcement. That's what he loves to go to. If I'm not hearing nothing about a TV deal and the streaming service, I don't want to hear nothing about, Wembley, we got 60,000 people. That's not huge. That once again, Tony Khan basically is turning himself into the boy that cried wolf. That's basically what he turned himself into. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't went on. Like I said, I appreciate everybody coming on here, hanging out with me, listening to what the heck I'm talking about, because I know y'all be constantly waiting on me to give my thoughts about everything that's concerning pro wrestling right now. Like I said, man, we on our way. Like I said, we couple weeks, 2 weeks, and we are all in. And then following week, we are all out and doggone Bash to bring in. So I ain't got nothing else to say, man. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all thought about everything pro wrestling. And I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.